What is going on YouTube? Today is the start of the NBA season. So in this video, I'm sharing my top bets for these first two games tonight. We have Houston against Oklahoma City, and we also have the Lakers against Golden State. Two pretty solid games to start off the year. This video will be quicker than the NFL one on Sundays. Obviously, much smaller slate. I've only got 4 plays that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, 2 regular plays and 2 parlay fillers. But I will talk a little bit about my strategy for betting on the NBA early on in the season. Before I get into all that, though, just a couple quick reminders. Join the free Discord server. The link to join is in the description below. Be a welcome member in our community. Post your plays, post your slips, ask your questions. It's really nice and open place where everyone can kind of feel involved and sweat their bets together. And then if you wanted to see every single bet that I placed tonight and this week for NFL and NBA and everything, you will need to sign up for the VIP package. I do a bunch of free content, these YouTube videos, some streams over on TikTok and Twitch, a lot of written content on Discord and stuff. But if you want to see like all of my actual slips, you'll need to sign up for the VIP. A link to the trial can also be found in the description below. Before I get into the plays, though, I do want to talk a little bit on my NBA strategy early on in the season. So the first 2 weeks of the season, really the first month of the season, are the most difficult for NBA and really any sport. 'Cause you're trying to figure out the rotations, trying to figure out the new roles and everything. So it's a bit difficult to project how everything's going to run, especially tonight, opening night for each team. It's definitely the most variance you're going to find in the entire NBA season. Not many injury concerns, but it is a bunch of new faces in new places. So just something to be mindful of. Early on in the season, my strategy is mostly parlay fillers. So it's those alternate lines, it's those gimme wins, those ones that I usually hit at about 90% rate. Tonight, I have a couple parlay fillers that I can share right here with you right now. I'll have a few more posted in Discord later on and in the live stream later on. So be sure to be checking out both of those places. And then I have 2 straight bets too, which I think are pretty solid. But most of my money is going to be on the parlay fillers. And when you do a parlay filler, you can combine it with those free wins. I know Underdog Fantasy has a free win with Kevin Durant over 0.5 or over 0. So even if he just plays a minute, it will cash for you. If you combine it with a parlay filler, it's an easy 25 bucks. So take advantage of that when you can. If you don't have an account with Underdog, sign up using code LayTheHouseRM. You'll get a deposit bonus. You can take advantage of all those promos and stuff. And it supports me and my community as well. So appreciate that. Now let's just jump right into the plays. As you guys know, my style is a bit pretty casual, bunch of screens everywhere. So I'll be looking all over the place at my notes and all that as I go through for you guys, but it's super valuable information. So first play I'm touching on is really a double dipper here. I have 2 plays in Austin Reeves. It's essentially the same play on both. But basically, LeBron James, he's out tonight. So we can filter for games without LeBron James. But Luka Doncic is in, so I do want to include him in my filters too, because obviously he takes up a ton of usage when LeBron is out. So there's been 5 games last year where LeBron was out and Luka was in with Austin Reeves playing. I'm going with his over 32.5 PRA. Reeves averaged 38 PRA in these games, never going below 35. A solid matchup against Golden State. They're not too difficult on the defensive end, but this Austin Reeves prop just mainly because of the opportunity with LeBron being out and being the similar situation to last year with LeBron out and Luka in. I think this 32.5 number is a pretty solid number to take on a regular line. But if you want a parlay filler, this is like the lock of the night. 24.5 PRA. Austin Reeves averaged 25.8 PRA in the preseason in the situation, and that is on limited minutes and stuff. He's probably going to play like 36 or more minutes tonight. So just an insane spot for Reeves. You're probably going to see this play posted all over Twitter by a lot of your cappers and stuff. I actually posted it for the VIP like 5 or 6 days ago. Line was still at 32.5, and you could have got 29.5 if you were even a couple more days earlier. Fortunately, I missed that boat, but I wouldn't be shocked if this line ends up at like 33.5 when the game eventually tips off. But this 24.5 number alternate line, easy one for you guys over on PrizePicks. Combine it with the Steph Curry prop of over 0.5 fantasy points, and it's just a free $25 for you. Next play is going to be from the other game. I have 2 straight bets in the other game. The first one is Isaiah Hartenstein over 12 rebounds and assists. So another injury situation here, the Thunder are going to be without Jalen Williams. So if I filter for games without Jalen Williams last year, Hartenstein averaged 15 rebounds and assists per game last year. We can even go even further, going down to games with Chet Holmgren active. He averaged 13.25 in those games, but we'll look at the larger sample here. So he's gone over this number in 7 out of 8 games last year, averaged 15 per game, like I said. Playing, it kind of varied between 18.5 minutes up to 33 minutes. It kind of just depends on how the game flow is going. Houston is coming out with a larger starting lineup tonight, so I will expect Hartenstein to probably play close to that 25 to 30-minute mark that we saw him play last year in these situations. So really good spot for him to go over this rebounds and assists number. I did look at his rebounds number by itself. I was waiting for this line to come out, but this 8.5 rebound number is pretty much just as strong as the rebounds and assists numbers too. Average 10.63 over 7 out of 8 games without Williams. And if we add in Chet Holmgren, he went over in 3 to 4 games. Very similar lines between the two. So you can take your pick. Either take the over on the rebounds, or you can take the over on the rebounds and assists. I prefer to throw in the assists just because it gives him a little bit more avenues to cash for us. And then the final play here is SGA over 34.5 PRA. Another alternate line. I don't really love his normal line. I generally don't love SGA's normal lines. I actually made a fortune last year betting on his under first half points. It last year because he had this huge run around this area where we were just cashing it left and right. It had to do with like Chet Holmgren being active too, I think it was, or his under PRA. Yeah, it was his under PRA last year with Chet Holmgren being active was something that we were on for the longest time. You see, he went under his number a ton. But if I'm only looking at this alternate line with the Chet Holmgren active, he went over this number a lot. And if I filter for home games, he went over this number 25 out of 29 home games. So 86% of the time with Chet Holmgren active last year. Even if I take Holmgren out, it goes to 48 out of 52 home games. So 34.5 on this alternate line. Solid parlay filler. You can even combine that with the Steph Curry, or if you want to do like the SGA alternate line with the Austin Reeves alternate line and the Steph Curry play or the Kevin Durant play on Underdog and PrizePicks. Easy way to like 2.5x your money. Just some easy cashes for you. But that's all I have for tonight. Like I said, quicker video, shorter analysis. It's only the 2 games. Tomorrow I'll have a lot more, but it's going to be a lot of these parlay fillers just because that's usually the safer way to play early on in the season. So hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video too. Comment your favorite bet for tonight, and best of luck on your picks tonight, everybody. Thank you for watching.